started the recording, you bastard.
I know.
My God, press pause. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages, I apologize if I sound a little off. I'm a little bit sick, and Alec is right next to me. But anyway, welcome to this first ever sports Q&A here at the Unlimited YouTube channel, Facebook page, and the Unlimited One Twitter page. For the time being, the format of this Q&A will be, I will do one every other Wednesday, while the other Q&As will take place every Monday and every Friday. So
don't let him fool you, it's Tuesday. He lies!
We're recording this on Tuesday.
It's pouring.
It is pouring outside.
I'm tired.
There is a dark cloud.
You can die in a hole.
Shut up! There is a dark cloud over this building that we're in right now because, well, he's here. He is Alec Kostival. He is the co-host of the D-Radio X podcast, and a link to our most recent show, which was the Survivor Series prediction show, will be in the description box down below.
Wow, that was a while ago.
That was. We haven't done a show in a while because last week just happened to be Thanksgiving.
Guess what we have to do this week?
What?
TLC
We have
predictions.
to review Survivor Series for 5 minutes and then preview TLC.
No, it was a good show.
Yeah, because guess what, guys? Another pay-per-view!
Yay, but they like sports, not wrestling.
Yes, we're here to talk about sports.
We like sports.
We love some sports.
Yeah.
So, we're going to kick it off.
We're like Huey Lewis in the News.
We're going to kick it off.
We'll make an album called Sports.
My God. We're going to kick it off with Brett Lipke. Why is Edwin Encarnacion going to break my heart?
Because he's going to leave Canada.
Sorry, Brett, but when money calls, money calls.
Listen to the money talk. Come on, come on.
Tyler Harper. Do you think the Mets will cave and give Cespedes a 5th year? No.
I don't care because the Mets and the Mets suck.
I don't see them doing that. I mean, let's be honest here. Last year, we thought that the Mets weren't even going to sign him, and they gave him 3 years. They caved in on any sort of contract that Cespedes and his agent wanted, and any sort of contract that they were going to give him, or whatever the case. Yeah, I don't think they're going to cave this time. I just don't. I don't have the confidence in it. And also, who, in your opinion, is the most clutch athlete you've ever seen?
Clutch. Against the Phillies, Cody Ross.
David Ross.
Cody Ross, because he was just most clutch. I want to say Michael Young.
From a baseball perspective, Jeter.
I always thought Michael Young was a very clutch
you're right.
hitter.
Michael Young definitely was.
Who else?
In the World Series, Edgar Renteria.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other sports.
Against the Mets.
I mean, I guess hockey. You've got to. I mean, the obvious route in hockey is Gretzky, but
yeah. I mean, you can't get more clutch than Michael Jordan in basketball.
Pretty much.
I mean, you can't get anything more. Anything
in the postseason. David Freese in the world, especially the World Series.
Ray Halladay in 2010 and 2011.
Yeah. Any other ones? Let's see. Even though he has lost 2 Super Bowls, Tom Brady.
Let's think about football. We haven't mentioned.
Yeah, let's think about football and even basketball too.
Let's say Super Bowl Eli Manning.
Eli Manning, unfortunately. Yeah.
I don't like him, but
I don't like him either. But I don't like him for obvious reasons because they just happen to beat the Patriots twice. So, yeah.
Let's see. Who else? I'm trying to think. Maybe Antonio Brown on the Steelers?
That's a good answer.
Big Ben's always come through.
Yeah, I think the Steelers as a whole. Because don't they have the most bowls?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's all I can think of for now.
Alright, that's enough of that one. On to the next one.
Walter May. Most overrated sports game. So, like, an individual game, like if you picked Game 7 of the World Series, even that's not overrated. I'm not saying it is.
Definitely not. Overrated sports game. That's hard.
That's a tough one. It's an interesting question to look at.
What is... It's really hard because there's not many...
You know what? Honestly, this is the first Super Bowl where the Patriots lost to the Giants. Because while it was a great moment because the Patriots lost their undefeated streak, their undefeated season, the game itself was not good until you got to, like, the last part of the fourth quarter.
I'm going to say the NBA Finals from last year. I mean...
It's an interesting one.
Either way, it was LeBron. LeBron's going to LeBron.
Exactly. LeBron's going to LeBron. Let's see. What is the greatest game you've seen in each of the 4 major American sports leagues? A couple years ago, the Super Bowl with the Seahawks and the Patriots was a great game.
I'm so biased with these questions.
I know.
Because baseball, I have to go.
Recently.
The postseason no-hitter.
Yeah.
Roy Halladay.
Don Larson as well.
Yes, because you've watched that game in its entirety.
I have.
Oh.
Yeah, I was around. I'm just kidding.
Because I've watched some
I was there, damn it.
I've watched some of the 1951 World Series, so I thought it was
possible.
But
the ones that I've seen...
Hockey, okay, that series the Flyers had against the Penguins.
Yes.
A couple years back. That was great. High scoring, the whole series. And it was just like, boom, bang, bing.
Fight, this, that,
I loved it.
I don't remember who they played. It was the Islanders and somebody else when literally almost the entire roster had penalty minutes because of fighting.
Football, I have to... Oh, wait a sec. Football, it's a tie between 2. The... One is very biased. Actually, they're both a little biased.
Okay.
Super Bowl Patriots, Seahawks. Because I hate the Seahawks, and I like the Patriots a little bit. And then, last year, Green Bay, Arizona. When that game had me feeling so up and down. I'm an Arizona Cardinals fan, and...
yeah.
A Hail Mary pass to tie it, but then Larry Fitzgerald... Oh.
Baseball.
Ew, you're wet.
Well, it's raining.
Get an umbrella, you uncultured swine.
Baseball, 2011, Game 6 of the World Series. Obviously, that big comeback from the Indians against the Mariners back in 2001. What?
I didn't see it, so I wouldn't know.
I think the score was like 14-3, and then the Indians just wound up winning.
Phillies once came back from like... Oh, I knew a good Phillies game is I think 23-1 victory over the Cubs in 1980.
There was
79.
There was a game a couple years ago, Orioles Rangers, that was like 30-3.
I mean, that's not very. That kind of sucks.
That kind of sucks for the Orioles.
But I'm saying
seeing 30
23-21.
Yeah.
Mike Schmidt 3 home runs.
Mm-hmm. There was a game this year. I know I'm continuing to be biased. I apologize, but Mets-Phillies. Reyes hit the home run to tie it, and then Cabrera to win it. Yeah. Also, the game Phillies-Marlins in 2014, where Jonathan Papelbon grabbed his crotch in front of everyone. I was lucky enough to be at that game, so yeah.
So was I.
You know what? I'm going to cheat a little bit for basketball. The NCAA finals from this year for Villanova, like when they won,
basketball
would probably be mine.
Mine is when Kevin Ware broke his leg.
You are so evil. Another basketball game. Wow. That's right. Leave the shot. I'm going to push you off the chair. That's it. NBA, though.
I don't watch NBA.
I don't watch it either. But if I had to pick one... the best game I've seen is actually the first game I actually went to. It was Nets and Celtics, and it was a very, very high-scoring game, very close until the end. But it holds a special place in my heart because I was only 5 rows from the court, and a friend and myself actually wound up going on the court and standing in front of the Celtics players for the national anthem. So that was kind of cool. My friend wound up getting Jason Kidd's wristband. So that was always holds a special place in my heart. Anything else?
Best baseball game I've ever been to? Last year when Jonathan Papelbon set his record for the club record for Phillies saves.
Okay.
It was 1 out, top of the 9th against the Pirates. They had a man on third. Fly ball to Jeff Francoeur.
Yep.
Runner tags. Catch a ball for the 2nd out. Beams it to home.
Yep. Now that
was a spicy meatball. I was 2 rows back in the outfield.
That was a cool moment. I'll give it that. Dylan Messerschmidt. Why won't this goddamn country give Ultimate Frisbee a chance?
Because we're not good with discs. We associate discs with saucers. We associate saucers with flying saucers. And we're very paranoid about the whole alien thing. We're very worried about it. So we don't want to have, alien invasion being linked to Ultimate Frisbee.
What if we just got rid of the NCAA basketball regular season and put everyone in one big tournament? They have to train all year for one game.
Only the bad ones have one game. I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't.
That'd be hysterical.
But at the same time, those schools that lose
you would have to include like Division II and Division III teams.
Why would you?
You could.
You don't have to.
That'd be funny though if you combined all 3
A D3 team upsets a D1 team.
My God, Division III team beats Villanova in the first round. Imagine.
They beat Bama.
Oh, God. Or maybe LaSalle pulls off an upset. No, who am I kidding? It'd be an interesting concept.
What a concept. I could use a little fuel myself, and we could all use a little change. Which means next question.
Why are most of the asshole teams in pro sports found in the northeast part of the country?
Because the northeast is full of assholes.
Also, it depends on the size of the market.
No, the Northeast is just full of assholes.
Well, yeah, but
we're very asshole.
We are. I agree with that.
Especially like New York.
But I think it has something to do with like the size of the market because when you look at some baseball players and some football players, just because they play in New York, means they're like bigger than anything, and they're really not.
Just a lot of people around here are assholes. That's my concept.
Okay, that's your answer.
I know 2 assholes from New York, so not you.
Okay, I was about to say,
you're from New Jersey. You don't count.
I'm not from New York. I may work in New York. I'm not from New York. Exactly. But yeah, it's just look. Even Carmelo Anthony, like, he's a solid basketball player, but he gets praised as a great player just because he plays for a New York team. So that's kind of what
an overrated New York team that has been good since the 70s.
Like I said, it depends on the size of the market, where people say, well, if you go to New York, you're bigger than life. If you go to Boston or if you go to Philly, not now, but just in general, like, you're bigger than everyone else because you're there.
I look so tired without my glasses.
You do. Why is college baseball, not prevalent in our society?
I don't know.
Because it's not basketball or football.
Doesn't get that much funding.
Yeah, for real though, it doesn't.
Most people who are drafted out of high school, not college.
Which kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
Like, college is made to get you ready for what is to come, and
I mean, some people, like with pitchers,
some could argue. Well, yeah,
a lot of pitchers can come from college because it helps them groom themselves a little bit more. But why isn't it popular? Well, with college kids, we're busy, you know?
Yeah.
We don't really have time to go to the games, especially when they're not already, these big events.
That, and it comes to scheduling too, because I look at the LaSalle schedule, for example, and there's a lot of like 3 p.m. games on like a Thursday. Some of us have class, some of us have work. At least with basketball, they schedule it on the weekend or they schedule it at night, so that way we're all done, we can watch it. Same thing with football.
By the way, my friend will be here when we play Bucknell.
Nice.
He's a starter for Bucknell.
Nice.
Nana Fallon, number 20.
Is there a single enjoyable Olympic sport that involves scores from judges? I don't mind gymnastics.
I mean, I don't want to watch it either.
I don't really care, but I mean, I don't
passable.
mind.
What are
It still involves technique. I question.
Wait, is like skiing and stuff like? Or wait, snowboarding.
Yeah.
That's judges.
Yeah, it's judges.
I'll say snowboarding. That's fun to watch.
What else requires judges?
Ice skating.
Ice skating. Figure skating
ice
in general.
dancing.
Yeah. Even skiing, I think.
Yeah,
does skiing go by length or does it go by score? Like if you jump the farthest.
There's some that go by speed.
Yeah.
But then there are others I think that like are for style. I don't know.
Doesn't weightlifting also do no?
No, that's how much you can lift.
Even boxing, like if it doesn't end in a
boxing.
If it doesn't end in a knockout,
it's a judge's decision.
Even though Olympic boxing, I'm not that big of a fan of. I'm just not a big fan of boxing in general. I like UFC when
we need another Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, I like UFC when you can mix everything together. Just boxing's just kind of boring. Where do you stand on Kevin Durant leaving the Thunder for the Warriors?
Have fun. Get a championship. If you don't, well, then you're a giant gaping sphincter. But yeah, I don't care.
It was bound to happen regardless. If he wasn't going to go to the Warriors, he was going to wind up going to the Cavs. He wasn't going to win in Oklahoma. He just wasn't.
So, where the wind goes sweeping down the plains.
For those of you that hate Kevin Durant for taking the path that he took, put yourself in his shoes. You'd do it too. It's not even a question. We'll finish with Matthew Mullins asking a lot of questions. Oh, God. Who will win the NBA championship in June? If it's not the Cavs or the Warriors, I'll be stunned.
Yeah.
All right, who will be the 2017 World Champions of Baseball? You are going way too far.
2017?
Yeah.
Cubs. Cubs repeat.
You would have to put the Cubs in there, or at least making a good run in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd put the Indians back there.
No, I wouldn't.
But another American League team. Hey, go with Houston.
Yeah,
they making moves. They
did make some good
Seattle's
moves.
making some moves too. If
Seattle's
I were,
no, not Seattle.
Well, they did make some moves though.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're gonna win.
I still think
Phillies made some moves. Are they gonna win?
Yes, but the Mariners were already a good team. They just made moves to get better.
Said yes.
So,
he said yes.
You can dream all you want. Finally, who will win the Super Bowl? Cleveland Browns.
I'm going to go with a shocker here, and I'm going to say the Atlanta Falcons.
I could say the Patriots, but that's a little too obvious.
I'm saying Atlanta Falcons. Their offense is going on all cylinders. They beat my Cardinals 38-19. I'm not over it.
Get over it.
Meow.
Why does that require a meow?
Because I wanted to meow.
I have no comment. Why does each MLB team play 7 games in the World Series for, or in the playoffs in general?
Because it's
Excuse me? Every hockey and basketball series is 7 games, so what makes baseball so bad? And it wouldn't be called the World Series if it wasn't a series. So...
You know there used to be 9-game World Series.
There was. There were.
You want that? You want a 9-game World Series?
Way back when. Freaking weird.
Yes, I am.
Who's the better...
Deal with it.
Who's the better basketball player, LeBron or Kobe? Basketball is one word, Mullins.
LeBron. James.
Basketball.
You have a king versus a snake. Who's gonna win? The king.
It's LeBron.
Not Black Mamba.
It's still LeBron. Why is the NHL season so long for?
Because let's beat up some dudes on ice.
Well,
It's like any production, like, on ice! Dudes hit puck around, fighting. On ice!
my God. God, I hate you so much. It's long because of the...
On ice.
It's long because of some of the length between games. You'll have some teams that play like 3 straight games, and then other teams that play one game and then don't have another game for 5 days. And because of that, the season ends a little bit inconsistently. And also the length of the playoffs in general. The 7-game format is whatever, but do we really need an off day, or in some cases 2 off days in between them?
Yeah, we don't need a Stanley Cup bowl, We don't need a Super Bowl of hockey.
No.
We don't need that one game.
We don't need one game. A series is fine.
Hockey, you can get very lucky.
Yes.
Therefore, you need a series.
And why not do it like the baseball format is, and do 2 games and then 3 games and then 2 games with off days in between? But instead you do 1 game off day, 1 game off day, 1 game off day, and it's just,
You could just off yourself.
Who's the best NFL football team this year? Who's the worst? The worst is the Cleveland Browns.
By far. Although Terrell Pryor.
Oh, you know what?
Props to him.
No. The best is the Cleveland Browns because it gives me something funny to talk about throughout the whole year.
Terrell Pryor? Come on, he had 100 yards on Sunday. He was a quarterback.
Best team, you said?
There is no definitive best team this year.
There really isn't. Some may say the Cowboys, but...
Sure.
Maybe.
I don't want to say their name, but sure.
Sure. If you could choose any... Oh, we kind of answered this already, but he asked it again. If you could choose any MLB teams, if I could choose any MLB teams to play in the 2017 World Series, who would they be? One of them would be the Cubs.
If I could choose any?
Cubs, White
like
Sox.
hand pick.
Cubs, White Sox. Me, coming from the Mets fan, I didn't even put my team in there because...
I'm not saying that. I'm just, Yeah.
So the Phillies against who?
No, I'm...
The Phillies against the Phillies. They're going to play themselves. What a World Series. What a classic.
The Atlanta Braves.
Oh, man. The Braves versus the Twins.
Not the Twins. No, they don't have any chance. But the Braves, I think, actually do.
The Braves have...
They have a weird chance.
They have a weird...
They have Bartolo Colon, R.A. Dickey, and Julio Teheran as their top 3 in the starting
And I think they
rotation.
added a 4th guy. They might have. I don't know.
I don't know. But they also have Matt Kemp in
If
the
they
outfield.
if they could make some offensive moves...
Dansby Swanson.
They could definitely improve. Do I see them as a playoff team now? But
I
they can improve.
I could see a weird thing happening. I could see it.
They can also be like the 2012 Mets that started out hot and then fizzled as the season went along.
I don't even remember the
Or the
2012
Phillies
Mets.
of this year. Remember in April when everyone, including myself, was labeling them as a wild card team?
I was not labeling as a wild card.
Oh,
team.
I
knew
was.
they were going to come down.
I was. I saw
I
the
was- I had
saw
hope.
the success and I'm just like, you know what? They're going to the playoffs.
I had hope, but I didn't think that it was going to happen.
What if the college football season was just one big tournament? Thank you for copying cowbell.
That's stupid. Like, that's different. That's stupid. That's really stupid.
Is there any chance that a new sport can break into the mainstream in the United States?
What new sport are you talking about?
Great question. But I don't know what you're talking about.
If
you're talking about...
It's Gefundefoot.
If you're talking about a sport that's already played...
That's it. I'm creating Gefundefoot.
Sure.
Gefundefoot!
If you're talking about a sport...
Hashtag Gefunderfoot.
You're fired from the show. Just get off.
Gefunderfoot!
Just get off camera right now. Anyway. Yeah, so... If you're talking about a sport...
Gefunderfoot!
If you're talking about a sport that's already played...
Gefunderfoot.
In theory, it can break out, but no one's going to ever want to pick it up, so...
Gefunderfoot.
This concludes Sports Q&A number 1 here at the...
Hashtag Gefunderfoot.
Unlimited YouTube channel, Facebook page, and the Unlimited One Twitter page. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, click the logo in between our heads up here. And if you want a question answered in a future Q&A video, excuse me, go to the Facebook page or the Twitter page, or just go to the comment section below this video to submit them. The next wrestling Q&A will be Friday. I'll be back in 2 weeks for the sports Q&A. What the hell does that say?
Hashtag Gefunderfoot.
Thank you, Alec, for coming on. Thank you to whoever watched.
Gefunderfoot.
And I'll be back and get ready for some more great content here on this channel.
Hashtag Gefunderfoot.